Alright guys, so New York Comic Con was like a year ago and I still haven't shown you my prints, so I'm just gonna get to it or else it's never gonna get done. So as you can see, this is not gonna be one of my usual videos. I'm going handheld with the iPhone, getting down and dirty, probably gonna be shaky as shit. So it's gonna be like what I have to endure when I watch your guys' crappy videos. So anyways, also I'm not going to be in front of the camera, so if you were hoping to add this to your Greco Fabulous Spank Bank, sorry, you're going to have to wait for my next one. So let's keep those hands where I can see them, and here are my prints. So these first couple prints are by an artist called, I don't know, but he signed his name KO, so let's call him Knockout. So Knockout did a Dark Phoenix print right here, and I was really drawn to it. You just definitely see the emotion in it. You got the phoenix in flames behind her. You got her blinding white eyes that are full of just anger and every single thing. She's blinded by rage. And then, there's other things about the print that I like too, just that really embody what the phoenix is all about. So that was a really cool print to have. And then he was having some kind of deal, so I piggybacked this Deadpool print on top of it. So when I called it out, I was like, "Hey, I want to get that Deadpool versus Teddy Bear print," and he's like, you mean, Deadpool versus so and so from Afro Samurai?" And I'm like, "Nah, Teddy Bear Dude is a way better name, so let's go with that." And I just thought it was a cool print. A lot of action in it. You got your diagonal lines, which are very sexy in art. And I like how it's, East versus West, guns versus swords. So that was another really cool print that I would like to have. Then moving on, we're going to go to Mr. Neal Adams. I had the supreme pleasure of meeting him again. He did not remember that I was the Captain Planet guy. I'm a little miffed about that. But one of the things that I got from him, which I thought was really unique and unexpected, was this. He took one of his most iconic covers and kind of modernized it a little bit. And I thought it was cool because this isn't something that I expect, from Neal Adams, someone whose art is really based in realism. So you get the Batman 251 cover, but he made them into Lego people. Look at that cute little Lego Joker, Lego Batman. Look out, Gotham, Lego Joker's back in town. And of course, he autographed it for Stamatios, Neal Adams. And like I said, that's something that he didn't have that in Boston, so that was a newer print. And I definitely want 251 in my collection at some point. So the fact that he can kind of I don't know, poke fun at his own work, I think is really cool. And kind of if anybody else did this, I was like, dude, you totally bastardized Neal Adams' artwork. But the fact that he did it shows that he's still a hip dude. He's willing to go along with the times. So that was really cool. And then on top of that, there's this cool Rockin' Dead, Walking Dead print that he did here, and I like it because it almost looks like a sketch. So he's got a zombie right there getting blasted in the head by Andrew Lincoln. I mean, look at that. That's such an uncanny resemblance to the actor that plays. Wow, am I totally blanking on his name? Jesus, it's only the biggest show in comic in history right now. Oh my god, I can't believe him. Whatever. That dude. Rick Grimes. There we go. Look at that, man. That's totally, what a spitting image of him. So like I said, I love that it's covered in shadows. I love that it's a print, but it looks like it was a sketch. So, and it's just really cool. You got the realism of Andrew Lincoln, and then this scraggly zombie dude getting his head blown off. So totally awesome. Neal Adams, the best. Alright, so moving forward. Speaking of Walking Dead, Tony Moore was there. Stay Sharp Stamatios. And I got this really cool, at this point iconic Michonne print. And I believe it's from the Walking Dead issue where she is first introduced. She got her two little buddies right there. So Tony Moore was really cool. I did try to meet Charlie Adler, but I did not have any luck. But I'll take the original dude anytime. So moving on from Tony Moore. Hey guys, you remember this? I've only been crying about it since Boston when I missed out on it. and I literally stalked the guys that had it. Like right after Boston came, I was like, I had like Googled to see what company they were from, and I was like, and I found them on Facebook, and I was like, "Are you guys going to any cons anytime soon?" And they said, "Hey, we're going to be in New York." So once I found that out, and I knew I was going to go, I found out where their booth was and ran right to it. This is the one that got away until today, Space Ghost. One of my favorite characters. Granted, I know him more from the Hanna-Barbera cartoons and even more so from Space Ghost Coast to Coast. So it's a little hard for me to take him as a serious character, but sometimes it's kind of nice to see him in a serious light. And in case you couldn't figure it out, they spelled it out for you. Space Ghost. Space Ghost. Alright, so moving on. Then I got these cool. This is a Venom print. I don't know, it just kind of caught my eye afterwards. I thought it was kind of minimalist in the way they did it. It's very simple shapes that kind of make the character, and you got a little spit going from his teeth. Sometimes you can see a trail of spit from my mouth since I shoot in high def, so I definitely I can. This is one of those images you can just relate to. So always make sure before you make your YouTube videos that you lick around the old chops to make sure that doesn't happen to you. Have a lot of saliva. Anyways, that was a really cool print, and of course, if I get that one, I got to get this of Carnage. Kind of the same thing. They're spitting images of each other as far as the layout and the construction. Obviously, Carnage is a little sharper because he's more of a homicidal maniac, I think. A little more uncontrollable. But cool prints when they're together. So moving on. Then of course I had to hit up my Transformers guy, Dan Kana. And this guy brings the best deals in town. I mean, I got 4 of these prints, and I think they're 11 by 17 for $20. And I mean, he doesn't cheap out on the quality of the work. I mean, look at this stuff. This is a $5 print. Megatron versus Galvatron. Amazing. Such an epic battle that, only exists in fanzines because they're pretty much the same person. Then, of course, you got to get Soundwave and his minions. You never pass up getting a Soundwave print or Soundwave anything, really. He's probably my most favorite character out of anybody. So awesome. And then the next couple ones, of course, Blaster. You got to get his Autobot counterpart. Not as cool, but evil's always cooler than the good guys. And then I got this simple one, get Optimus and Skyfire. Really cool, real simple, pure white background. Just awesome, and I love how it shows the size difference between. I mean, Skyfire makes the leader of the Autobots look like a midget. I mean, look at that height difference. Alright, so moving away from him, here's the one sketch that I got at the Comic-Con. I got it the last day. I almost didn't even get it because I was down to like my last few bucks. And, I was like, whatever, I can walk home on top. But I happened to walk by to see what else I could grab. And I saw that Sunday was Kids Day, and they were doing $10 sketches for kids. So I walked over to Joe Staten, and I was like, hey, I have like a 14-month-old daughter. She's not here, obviously. I can show you pictures of her. Actually, I think I did show him a picture of her. And then I was like, I got pictures of her with me if you need more proof. I don't know why I felt like I had to, prove that I was a father and wasn't getting this for myself. Actually, I'm sure there's plenty of people that are like, yeah, I have kids, trying to get a $10 sketch. But he already had this made. It was towards the end of the day, and I was like, dude, I'll take it. So I had it personalized to my daughter, Abigail. But in hindsight, I kind of wish that I had him personalize it to my wife because she's a huge Scooby-Doo fan. And, is Abigail really going to appreciate what I've done here? Probably not in a way that my wife can. So anyways, moving on from that, but really cool Joe Staten, really cool guy. And then this was a free print that I got from J. Michael Straczynski. It was a Terminator Salvation Final Battle print. And, dude was just giving away stuff, so that was really awesome of him to give that to me. Except I didn't have anything to carry. I wasn't planning on getting prints that day, so I didn't have anything to carry it in. So it kind of got rolled up a little bit, but I don't know. I don't care. Alright, so that's my 11 by 17 prints. I did get some bigger ones. Here's another really awesome Carnage Print. I mean, this thing is just out of control. Look, like he's just like bursting through the panel, I guess per se, and he's got his sharp edges, teeth, claws, muscles, and jaws, just blood and carnage everywhere. So I think this is a perfect depiction of the character. Just so awesome. He's just like you can just imagine him screaming, lunging at you right now. Like if you see this face to face, you're dead. There's no way you're coming out alive from this. So I thought this is a really cool picture. It's by an artist called Hugh Rockwood. Sorry, and I also picked this up from him, a Flash print, and I really like what he did with Flash here. Um, he did a really good job of just like depicting a sense of speed by doing all the motion blur around him, and you get the lightning and just the pure electricity of that does a really good job of just showing how fast this character is. And plus, you see the intent in his eyes. Those are his bedroom eyes. So, anyways, really awesome artwork. My only criticism is that the prints were on this really flimsy, almost like poster paper. So you can kind of see over here, it got a little bent because I didn't have the best like a carrying case for these prints, but still awesome. And now they're in a portfolio anyway, so they'll be fine. So, anyways, guys, I was really happy with what I came away with. Like prints is why I go to Comic Cons really, because comic books I feel like you can get anywhere, especially with the internet nowadays. Um, and prints, and I really support my independent artists more than anything. So they come out with some really good work. This is their stage to shine on, and I've never been disappointed. And I think I came away with 15 prints, which is the most I've ever come away with at a con. And it was awesome. Like I really got to take advantage of a lot of sales because I went with a couple uncles that were into buying prints too. So we definitely like teamed up to get those deals. So, anyways, hope it was worth the wait. I thought it was an amazing time. I had an amazing time, and yeah, I got like I said, I'm behind on my videos. I got a bunch of stuff to show you just from going to the comic book shop not every week, but more frequently than I have recently. And then I went to the flea market and actually got some really good footage. You're gonna see me my master negotiating skills in action, and I got a couple random acts of kindness. And plus, it was my birthday, so um, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but YouTube and the internet made this one of the best birthdays I've had in a while. So I think a grateful person would say thank you, but I'll just say you're welcome.